Welcome everybody to Brooklyn Wing Racing League. This is the GT3 Sprint Championship, Season 17, Round 2 here at Imola. Got 10 minutes, 14 seconds left in practice, and we'll get on our way to qualifying. And it's looking pretty spicy out there in the field there. As it is, we have only 3 drivers that are in the 139s. It's Gage Hines, who holds the P1, and then Travis Degan in P2 with Peter Flander in P3. Followed by John Javecki in the 140s, low 140s in P4. And the 140s consist all the way to P14, Charlie Bass, last driver in the 140s. And it's Joshua D in P15. And we have the 141s all the way down from P15 to P33. So it's a pretty spicy field if you're in the 141s. Same with the 142s. Ryan Chandler in P34 is in the 142s low. And it goes from the 142s, so 142s, P34 to 42. So not a lot of guys in that field, but there's still a significant amount. And then it's 143s after that. It's kind of nice, but hey, even better, Daryl Carrington here, who's joining us. Where is he at? When is he? Oh, here he is. This guy. He's in P40, 43, and his time actually is a 143. He's the first driver in the 143s in that grouping. 0.009, so 009 on the times there. And then it goes with him. Beyond that, he's only going to have a few drivers that are going to be within his field of the 143s. After that, we got 144s, 145s, 146s of the drivers. We have 54 drivers total out there. Marcelo Machado rejoins us after some time away. Not enough to get himself out of the rookie class. I think he only did a few. And then you have Elliot Burton out there, no time set for him just yet. Jeff Koffold, also no time set for him. And Josh Gowen. Gowen? We go with Gwyn. Gowen? Gowen. I think I won it. Somebody, thank you, Still Connor, for subbing. The Prime. Appreciate that. And yeah, well, welcome to the league here, Josh. I think it's his first time racing with us. Take a look here. He wasn't on the rookie roster previously. That said, click back to this. Jacob Simmons won last round. It's a P1 for him. In the pros, Joshua Jablonski's in second, Peter Flanders in third. Followed by the Pro-Am class of Braden Daniels leading over Chris Stewart. Not by many points, but Chris is in second and Chris Lambeth in third. Battle of Chris's commence there. In the AM class, Forrest Holland leads over Craig Carroll is in second and Scott Weber in third. Daniel McSelvey is the rookie in the lead with Connor Burns in second and Garrett Sykes in third. Now, as it stands, this Travis Degan guy is, he's quick. He's out there on track. He's P2. He's leading the rookies. That's a pretty good haul of points for him if this was the race. I mean, that is an alien, probably. Connor Burns is in fifth right now in the overall, and he is second in the rookie class. And then Edwin Gonzalez, who's in P25, that's a third place driver in the rookie class. So it goes to show you the split for those drivers. In the pro class, we have P1, P3, and P4 in the 1, 2, 3 spots. In the Pro-Am class, it's Aiden Gwertz in 9th, Alex Zier in 10th, and Joshua D in 15th. Followed by your AM class. A little bit of a split here as well. Not for the first two. Felipe B. Nunez is in 12th and Charlie Bass is in 14th. Followed by Tyler Kern down there in 24th, which is another significant spread there for the AMs and the rookies. That said, we'll go over to the team championship, and we have 15 teams. Thunder Thighs Racing of Dylan Thomas and Jacob Simmons is in first. Team Juice of Joshua Jablonski and Seth Hansen in second. Paxman, John Chavecki, and Stephen Poe in third. Valhalla Motorsports, one of the numbers, Austin J. McGill and Forrest Holland in fourth. Draft Punk Gold of Elliot Burton and Peter Flander in fifth. Bluth Racing, Chris Lambeth and Eric Koonsman in sixth. Draft Punk Silver, Rodrigo Theory and Tyler Kern. Valhalla D's Nuts, Aaron Meyer and Matt Benson. Caffeine Global Motorsports of Craig Carroll and Steve McAllister in ninth. E Motorsports of Reagan Chandler and Ryan Chandler. Never got that one. Family. Anyway. Lars Tyhouse and Thomas Smith of Acer Race are in 11th. Valhalla is Gage Heinz and Jeff Koffold. Carrera Azteca is Mark Foley and Marshall Scary in 13th. Tachyon Simsport of Evan Henneman and Joshua D in 14. Texas Motorsports of Charlie Bass and Nolan Todd in 15. And with that said, take a look at some of the new drivers. Got Connor Burns out there, and I think that's a dog. I don't know what type of dog that is. Daniel McSelvey rejoins us. It was this driver was not here for the first race, but welcome Edwin Gonzalez. Matt Zuckerman. Wasn't he here for the first race? I thought I saw it. Yeah. Or, he might be one of those, because we have Parks de la Cruz, who is technically not a rookie, but because he drives in WEC. I think Matthew Zuckerman was driving in WEC. I think that's what it was. That's why I think I remember the name. But, yeah, that said, Timothy Hansen is also new. First race with us. Welcome. Oh, you're out this week. That's unfortunate. Easy Mart Racing. Ryan Chandler's rejoining us. This driver was here last week. Let's see. Who else is out there? Austin W. Reed. He's out there. Welcome back. Just trying to pick some of these guys that are new. Oh, it's Benson. Oh yeah. Well, thank you for making me say that that team name on the Holland. These. Yeah, I didn't even read it when I just went straight into saying it. Looks like we have a lot of returns from the rookies. 13 that got here the first time, and it looks like almost all of them are here with I think 3, maybe not so much, but the back of the pack here, and I could show you right now with 1 minute 49 seconds left. Gage Heinz leading the pros. Aiden in Pro-Am is 9th. Then Felipe Nunez is in 12th. And then Travis Deegan is in 2nd for the rookies. But look at the spread here. From 9th to 23rd, you have mostly the Pro-Ams with a peppered bit of gold of those pro drivers, and then 2 AM class drivers really in that split. And then when you get down to the rookies, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, they're kind of in the middle. They're in the 20s. But then you get further down, and this is where you see your bottleneck of the AMs kind of splashed in with some, you got your rookies that are also involved in that. And then when you get further down the lineup of 54 drivers who have set times, and that is 54 drivers that are all here in. Well, that's unfortunate for Austin Reed, but yeah. Interesting to see. We're gonna have a battle of the rookies here at the bottom bit of the leaderboard, but then Adam Tingle, I'm not sure what happened with him. Maybe just not practicing for these drivers. I'm not sure, but I know that Elliot Burton just got out there with only a couple laps set, but this is that neat little feature brought to you by one of our members. Really helpful when I have to do all this. That said, we're here at Imola. It always gets a little spicy. I have to think about it correctly. Benson, didn't you have an incident in Aqua Minerale the last time we were here? I'm almost positive he did. Imola. Thanks again, Trey Stack, for the your one's up. Oh, we're crossing over. Quick word from our sponsor. And we are back. John Javecki is going to be the first driver to lead us into a qualifying lap. It's probably... Might see some of these drivers not qualify that first lap. Try to warm up the tires. I know that's what happened the last couple races I was watching. So look at this. We already got an overtake there from Lars Dylan Thomas on Lars Tiehouse. Fourth position. Yeah, you know, I think I do remember it. It was Benson and Trey Misjack. Force advertised is fine. Oh, it's just, you know, the one that supports the league. And that's a fun sit in a way. So we appreciate them. It's in motion. Do you remember that, Benson? I think you were on the outside. Aqua Minerale. I think it was Trey Mistek as well. And we got him. I wonder if he's actually going to qualify for this thing. Trey is out there. So there is hope that he does do this. And as always, we'll go on board with John Javecki here. And he's just scooting. I don't know if he's going to take this one seriously. Kind of weaved a bit, but maybe he is. All right. We see the drive pattern. Somebody's already off on the their out lap. He's weaving a bit. Won't be his, probably be his banker lap then. Something to put on the board, but nothing to write home over. Oh, it's inside at Aqua, yeah. Some of the things I somehow remember. I think I've seen quite a number of people fly at what's after Aqua Minerale. It's turn 11. Alta. Variante Alta. This one just hit that sausage curb and go flying. Or they didn't remove it, did they? Oh, I guess they removed it. The big fat one right there. It used to be. Now that the banker lap is set, how competitive is it going to be here for this driver? Only P2 so far. Dylan Thomas set the fastest time. Braden Daniels now taking it. And then Travis Deegan. 141.1. Wow. Impressive. Big Daly in third. John Javecki in fifth now. Lars House 6. Marshall Scary 7. Chris Lambeth 8. Charlie Bass 9. Craig Carroll 11. As we have Mark Foley in first now. Drivers as set times. Jeff Koffold goes to 8th. Trey Mistak into 6th. Rodrigo Theory in 14th, Tyler Kokeko in 15th, Daniel McSelvey in 14th. Oh, nope. Tyler Kearns in 14th, Joshua D in 11th, Eric Koonsman to 14th, Austin Reed into 16th, Felipe Nunez in 11th, Matt Zuckerman into 13th. It just keeps piling in. Nolan Todd into 24th. Now into 25th as Tom Smith goes into 24th. John Bell won in 26 now, as Brandon Burns is now across the line into 18th. No change at the top of the order just yet. As Angel Bonella Soda goes into P15 with that time across the board. We have Yale Pena in 33, Parks De La Cruz in 33, it's 34, and Steve McAllister goes in 32, Evan Henneman in 31, Daryl Carrington into 30, Nolan Todd into 29. Drivers that have set times: Aiden Gwertz into 22nd, Eric Koonsman in 19th, Josh Goen in 17, Joshua D into 12th. I think I've said that one. Let's see, where is a driver that we're hoping to see so quick? Joshua Jablonski has yet to set a time on the board. Marshall Scarry goes into 4th. And across the line, is this going to be... This is lap 4 for Joshua Jablonski as he sets the fastest time with a 140.5. Solid from him. Trey Mistack now goes fastest overall with a 140.4. Rodrigo Theory improves into 13th. Alex Zier into 15. Arcela Cruz improves into 34. Ryan Chandler gets across the line into 30th. Matthew Zuckerman into 16th, now 17th, as Aiden Gwertz has improved into 5th. We have a driver that's off there. Evan Henneman has improved into 27. Tom Smith into 29. Nolan Todd into 31. All improvements from them. And then Adam Tingle into 15. Brian Zaborowski Jr. into 24. Angel Bonella Soto improves to 15. Gage Heinz, nothing from this driver or Peter Flanner just yet. And look at, they're both... Oh, I thought they were close together. They're not far off. No, they're right next to each other. Half a second. Neither one of them have a time yet. Yet both have set 3. But that's Aaron Myers and Peter Flanner and Gage Hines. All on 4 laps now. Going to be 5. And yet none of them have set laps. Valid ones. Is this it? Are we going to see the stack up here? Peter Flanner, Aaron Myers, Gage Hines now sets the fastest lap. Aaron Myers into 2nd, Peter Flanner into 6th, Brady Daniels up into 11th there. So new improvements out of the Valhalla drivers. Connor Burns yet to set a time just yet. So same with Seth Hansen. Marcelo Machado, no time just yet. CW Ayers in 45th. Yale Pena in 46. Scott Weber to 41. Daniel McSelvey into 19. Parks De La Cruz improves into 29th. The first driver across the line was John Javecki, and he's not tumbled down the order. He's still 10th in the lineup. Travis Deegan is, he gets Deegan. Again? Meh. This driver was looking very promising in practice. This rookie was 2nd in the overall. One of the only 3 drivers that got into 139s. Has not set a valid lap in quite some time. Including that one. It did not count it on his last lap. So, guess we'll see with interest what happens here. Patrick Rich. He set a time. No, he hasn't. He's also out there. No time set. Elliot Burton, no time set for him as well. Jack Edgecock? Cox? He's in a Red Bull livery too. That's frightening. I don't know how to say that last name. I'm going to be honest with you. So Jack it is. Sorry, Jack. That is a doozy if I had to say it. I think I'm saying it wrong even. Alex Zier improves into 15. Elliot Burton does go across the line into 10th. Jeff Koffold into 7th with an improvement out of him. Joshua D improves into 28th as Ryan Chandler also improves into 38th. Tyler Kernan to 29th, an improvement from him. Timothy Hansen hasn't made a lap just yet. Yel Pena, improvement for him, into 34th. 5 minutes left in qualifying. Aller, Damaski, and Chris Virgin have not set times. Maybe they'll just start from the back. Marcelo Machado gets a lap in, and it is now 43 for him. Steve McAllister improves into 44. Patrick Rich, time across the board into 40th. The Scott Weber improves into 42. So we have... Oh! What was that in the background? Somebody just went fully into the barrier, as Gage Heinz has now set the fastest time with a 140.004. Timothy Hansen, no time on the board for this driver just yet. Marshall Scari improves into 15. And Jack here in the Red Bull livery. And a Ferrari, too. Which is nice. No time set just yet. Two drivers that are actually out there trying to qualify remain, as two are still in the pits and have not come out to qualify. That makes sense to me. Josh Jablonski behind. Trey Missick. Also, these guys are also close to each other. Is there anyone that's exiting Aqua Minerale? Jeff's not there. What Alex Zier's doing there on the side? He, I think, went into the barrier. Improvement from Seth Hansen as he goes into 33rd. At 142.3. Oof. That's unfortunate. Angel Manella Soto on an outlap, and I don't know if he's going to call it on that one, but... Travis. No improvement from this driver. Just yet. Jack Edgecock? In P5 now. Leading the rookies, because I thought that was going to go to Marshall Scari improving on his last lap into P16. Travis here hasn't made an improvement. Was the quickest rookie in practice. Just hasn't had his flow here in qualifying, and he's got only 2 laps remaining to do it. He'll get to the line in time to go one more time. But that's putting it all on that last lap. Peter Flanner lets him by. Go 85. One's 85. Eric Koonsman improves into 32nd. 85. Is he an 85? Evan Henneman has improved in 43rd. See 58. 85. Austin W. Reed is in 37th at the moment, and he is not out there on the track. He is in the pit lane. Travis Stegan. Is this an improvement? Is this a spot? Yes, it is an improvement, and yes, it puts him back into the top 10. Still behind Jack. No time was set on that last lap for Gage Heinz, Aaron Myers, or Trey Mistak, but this one is not an improvement, but he's going to go again. Also, no improvement here for Aaron Myers, but is going again. Trey Mistak is giving up some space here for all 3. 4. Wow. He's got enough time to do this. Is this going to be one of those one-lap shootouts? Because he might give it his all on this one. He's 3rd right now. Elliot Burton improves into 11th. It is going to be one shot for these top 3 contenders. Joshua Jablonski is Gonna be on his last one as well. Max lost. El Bozo Lando Norris quad champ. Jesus Christ. Thanks for joining us. I haven't seen you yapping that much recently, Justin, so forgot you were with us. Every driver has qualified now that has actually been out there on track. Sorry. Timothy Henson didn't. Unfortunately for that driver, he did 3 laps, and Joshua Jablonski is out. It's unfortunate for him. P4, P5, Gage Heinz is out. It's going to be Aaron Myers and Trey Mistack, the 2 drivers, possibly 3. So we have Mark Foley, and that was John Bell one that just got out of the way there from Mark Foley. Dylan Thomas improves into 12th, across the line. Trey Mistack also pulling into the pits. Aaron Myers across the line. Can he take it from a teammate? No, he can't. Mark Foley, 140.7. Not any personal improvement on his lap time either. Oh, come on. Oh, man. There we go. Aiden Gwertz, cross line. He's P18. Can he improve? Joshua D improves. Aiden Gwertz goes into 10th. Yale Pena, improvement from him, maybe. Brandon Burns. Evan Henneman improved to 45th. Brandon Burns, not a personal best for him. And Seth Hansen, the last one out there, no improve. Actually improved his time. Fun. All right. Here is the grid as followed. Ooh, this is a long one. P1 through P15. You can see them on the leaderboard. You know where they're at. P16 is Braden Daniels. Connor Burns in 17. Adam Tingle in 18. Spencer Smith 19. Charlie Bass 20. Edwin Gonzalez 21. Angel Bonello Soda 22. Joshua G 23. Brandon Burns 24. Jake Daly 25. Rodrigo Theo 26. Josh Goodwin in 27. Felipe B. Nunez 28. Daniel McSelvey 29. Tyler Kern 30. Chris Lambeth 31. Scott Weber 32. Parks De La Cruz in 33. Eric Kunzman 34. Patrick Rich 35. Matthew Zuckerman 36. Lars Tiles 37. Seth Hansen 38. Tyler Kokeko 39. Ryan Chandler 40. Yale Pena 41. Craig Carroll 42. Austin W. Reed in 43. Tom Smith 44. Evan Henneman in 45. Brian Zaborowski Jr. in 46. Daryl Carrington in 47. Marcello Machado in 48. Steve McAllister 49. Nolan Todd 50. John Bellone in 51. C.W. Perry 52. Timothy Hansen 53. Chris Virgin 54. And Oliver Damaski in 55. Ray's your favorite baseline setup driver? Quick message from our sponsor. There's no such thing as well, we got a Verstappen.com out there. Some of these liveries here. You can see the waifu on the Hatsume Miku on the left there. Can't forget that. Still some people trying to grid up here. This is a big grid. A lot of drivers out there. Oh, it's another it's an anime. Seth Hansen with the waifu on the board. I think that's it. Only 2. All right. A couple drivers have yet to pop out. And thankfully they did. That was Aaron Myers and Trey Mistack in 2nd and 3rd. Now all drivers are accounted for except, so we have 53 drivers out there on the grid. Chris Virgin and Ollie Damaski signed up but did not show up at the back of the grid. Only 2. I do sound disappointed. I think there's 3 technically. There might be more than 2. Never know who like peppers one in. Why not? Why not have more weeb liveries on the for the stream? It's fun. It's Chris Lambeth. I think he wanted to start right next to his teammate, Eric Koonsman. Who's gonna take it away into actually turn 2? Camparello. Turn 1 is just that kink though. It's gonna be Trey, Joshua Jablonski, Jack Hedgecock. That guy is a rookie. It's his first race with us. He is the Ferrari. The Red Bull Ferrari, I should say. We are about to go underway, and I can foresee a little bit of a checkup forming right there. Ow. Big checkup in the back. Ray Misek already down the inside line here on Aaron Myers into turn 2. Is he going to hold it down? Going to be able to fight for P2 already? Yes, he does, and he gets on through as Joshua Jablonski unable to make anything happen there as well, but then Jack almost losing a spot there to Mark Foley off the opening corner. Further back we go. Oh, there is a spin. Someone's dropping down the order, and that someone is, I'm not sure, going too wide. Toza. Further back we still go, and it seems kind of tame. Everyone's gained 1 because of that driver. That was Jeff Koffold, who got dropped tumbling down the order as he made contact with 1 driver. Tyler Kokeko is up 3. In an ad break right at the start. Funny. And Gage Hines is off. Wow. So now we have Aaron Myers, who's up 1. Joshua Jablonski up 2. Trey Misek back down into 3rd. We'll take a look at that in a second. Oh. Is Joshua Jablonski goes through and takes P1 from Aaron Myers, and now Aaron Myers is on the outside. Now has Trey Misek has gotten past. Now Jack has Aaron Myers side by side with him, with Mark Foley trying to get in the mix just behind in that Castro car. Is Trey going to try to make a move down the inside line here? They go too wide, and they are very brave. As Joshua Jablonski holding out on into P1 for the moment, but look at that. Aaron Myers is going side by side with Trey Misek, and it is almost could have went to Aaron Myers there, but no. Trey Misek now having to defend against 2 spots, now 1, as Jack is on the outside in that Red Bull, and this is just getting spicy. Aaron Myers down 2 from this now, as Jack has just gotten past. Now 2 up for him, and he's battling it out here. Unfortunate for, gosh, who was that? H. Hines. Some winners out here, or somewhat, maybe not. Felipe B. Nunez is up 8, but he's got a front end damage. Josh Gowen is just ahead of him in the Ferrari, up 8 as well. H. Hines. now having to claw back as he has lost 43 positions and he's in 44th. Truly, wonder what happened there. Probably some contacts. Wasn't likely. Goes off track naturally. Not in this league. I'm kidding. It happens. Aaron Myers now side by side with Trey Mistack and gets on through for the moment, but Trey maybe with a switchback here, trying to regain a spot. No, it's not going to happen there. Travis Egan, who's only up one spot, and that would be the driver who lost out on P1. And he's battling out here with Alex Zier. They're side by side. They're back. John Javecki trying to make a move here on Marshall Scari, and he gets through. That's only down one spot for Marshall Scari. 2 gained for John Javecki. Mark Foley is now battling with Trey Mistack, and it looks like all these drivers in the top 5 are just really pushing the moment. And Trey, who was almost fighting for P1, is now down in 4th as these drivers kind of split up a little bit. Look at Joshua Jablonski is now 1.4 second gap gained as Jack is just behind him. And also in the clear, both of these drivers gained 3, and they're up in 1st and 2nd. Eric Koonsman got Tyler Kokeko just ahead of him, up 11. And a huge train has formed in some of these for some of these drivers. Go further back, Gage Hines now has Daryl Carrington ahead of him. Trying to make a move. Just a reminder, every position matters in the overall. This is going to be a hard-fought battle for Gage Hines, who's got a good group of drivers up ahead of him. Jake Daly has just got on by Daryl Carrington, as well as Marcelo Machado also making a move there. Austin W. Reed got Jeff Koffel just behind him, also trying to regain some positions here. Here they go, Aqua Minerale, almost too wide there, and that is, ooh, big offset there for Austin and Yale Pena, as Jeff Koffel has overtaken both of them in Aqua Minerale. Ryan Chandler now just ahead. And Austin Reed trying to go almost too wide here. Doesn't get it done. Ryan Chandler ahead of Lars Tyhouse. Made a move as Jeff is joining this fight. Aiden Gwertz into turn 1 on Dylan Thomas. And he gets through. And a battle in the Pro-Ams is on. Look at this. Alex Zier is leading them just ahead. But then you have Aiden, Dylan Thomas, Braden Daniels, Elliot Burton. P8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 are all Pro-Ams. And they're all fighting for position. That's P1 through 5. Fantastic to see them up in the order like this. This is going to be a spicy one. This little group. And there goes a blinking one. And Aiden has jumped back. Now on to Scott Weber, who's got Tyler Kokeko just next to him. Side by side they go. And Scott Weber trying to make a move here for P25. And almost got close there. A little bit of a touch. Not at all. It was close. Scary. Someone's blinking back there. You got Seth Hansen? This group is kind of... it's a lot of things. You got 2 rookies. Scott Weber's an AM class driver. 2 pro-ams in there. Then you got Jeff Koffold, who's a pro, who's trying to make his way through. Goes side by side here with Ryan Chandler and gets on by. And Lars Tyhouse is also trying to follow suit as he goes side by side with Ryan Chandler. And it is technically ahead at the moment, but into turn 1, who's it going to go down to? Ryan Chandler? Lars Tyhouse? Who's braking later? And it is Ryan Chandler. Gage Heinz is a little further back than Jeff Koffold, but he's also trying to make moves. He has stemmed the bleeding from 43 positions lost to now only 31. He is on a roar, but it's still P10 for him in class, as Jeff Koffold, a sister teammate, or even a teammate. I'm not sure if they're on the same team. The Valhalla guys always mismatch their teams. And, yeah, you'll be battling your teammate for a class position. Though those points are less important than the overall. Spencer Smith has been up 6 spots. He's got John Chavecki just ahead of him, Marshall Scari, and then following suit is Braden Daniels in the Porsche. And this 4 have been kind of grouped up for some time. Check that out. It is... I'm not sure what happened. Did people pit already? We had 5. Elliot Burton is further back. And then Dylan Thomas is also further back. There's 5 of them together. Now there's only 3. What gives? Oh, there's an incident. All right. So we'll take a look here at Jeff Koffold. At the start of this, he got pushed, I think, blimp chase cam, or here we go. Oh, vortex of danger. Danger, danger, danger. Gage Heinz on the exit off Minerali spun it himself. What a bad one. That's just, he can't even blame anyone on that one. Adam Tingle. I don't even know what that one's about. He's trying to get out of the way, and then look at that, just bang, ding, ow, something wrong. Alright, here we go. Overview of this. That's Spencer Smith behind him, and it looks like he brakes and then tries to go in and gets, oopsie, that's Spencer Smith that kind of tapped him right there on the... And then what are you supposed to do? There's just a ton of cars. You're supposed to stay still, but then bang, gets hit again. That is quite unfortunate. Then Jake Daly spins it, I think on his own here. Take a look at the chopper. Oh, what? That is odd. That is truly odd. Is that a broken wing? Close to it, but not quite. That was something else. And then Brian Zaborowski Jr. goes 2 wide with some other driver. Not sure who that is. White Porsche, remember it. And he is... Oh, he is a white Porsche, sorry. The other driver was Tom Smith. And Brian Zaborowski later Maybe just a little spin. Yep. It's just in grass. Chris Virgin into the barrier. It's unfortunate for him. That was lap 2. And then Edwin Gonzalez. And it's Connor Burns, maybe. Oof, that's a broken wing. Nope. It reattached itself. Unfortunate. And then Austin W. Reed. Oof. Is that another? Oh, man. I think Yale Pena and Connor Burns are in those liveries. Like that Texas thing. Or Tennessee, I forget. But unfortunately for Austin, Elliott Burton, when he was still with the pack, oh, he just spun it on his own in Aquaman and Raleigh there. And then Dylan Thomas, his might have not been his fault. Let's see. He's by himself. Oh! John Javecki from way back. Just kind of got him. I clipped that driver, whoever that is. It's a Caffeine Global Motorsports there, I think. Steve McAllister, yeah. And then Parks de la Cruz. There's Jeff showing him the door. Oh, man. There's quite a few of these. Craig Carroll. Oh, no, what happened? Oh! And out in the count goes Craig Carroll, hitting Parks de la Cruz, and then Lars Tyhouse goes side by side with Seth Hansen, and I think a little bit of netcode CW pair. Loses in Aquaman and Raleigh, like we've seen our race leader, so, you know, all's fair, I guess. You're back on lap 9. Those are all the incidents we've had so far. And here's Travis Deegan, who has Peter Flanner just ahead of him. I was kind of thinking something else was going to happen here. He goes on through on Peter Flanner here. He was the fastest rookie, but this Jack guy came out of nowhere. I don't even think he qualified. Oh, no, sorry, I don't even think he practiced. He just came in the qualifying session and just tears through it. Now doing a 140.7, it's leading this race. Go further back here and go for the battle for P1 here, just so you guys can see how intense this is. Joshua Jablonski is no slouch. And he has to brake. Oh, well, I think he got a slowdown penalty. If I'm going to be honest, he lifted on the straight. And that's how Jack got on through. Elliott Burton, just lost it on his own. Lap 10. And then Nolan Todd. Seeing a couple of those in Aquaman and Raleigh so far. Lars Tyhouse. Oof. What is that? Oof. When it rains, it pours. Whoa! We're live. And I guess we're not anymore. We're going to go back to this. Chopper cam here. And that is Steve McAllister and Adam Tingle. Yikes. All right, Charlie Bass. Trying to get a move done on Dylan Thomas. Go too wide. And I think he's kind of holding on to it. Going fully back to live, and he is ahead. Tyler Kokeko and Jeff Koffold are battling out here for P28. And look at that. Gage Heinz is actually ahead of Jeff Koffold here. What is Seth Hansen doing a little bump draft thing for Jeff? And through goes Jeff Koffold on Tyler Kokeko. Didn't work out there for Seth Hansen, but that was quite something. Further ahead, you have Gage Heinz trying to make a move here on Scott Weber. Now cutting that down to 24 positions lost. Now he's in 25th. This goes to show you what some of these pro drivers that are classified pros are doing here in the order. Seth Hansen on the outside. Oof, oof. Let's take a look at that. Goes for the outside move, and the space has gone away, and he got the bump. The old tire tap. Chris Lambeth, he's up 11 spots in 20th. Got Rodrigo Theory just ahead of him. Close. There's a big group here. Dylan Thomas, Daniel McSelvey, and you got Joshua D, who's a little bit in the gap here for these, but then you have Rodrigo Theory, Chris Lambeth, Felipe B. Nunez. Is his front end fixed? He's going into the pits, so I guess he's going to go do it now. It isn't fixed, so I guess we'll see. Elliot Burton, who suffered a couple spins, is only down 9 spots from where he started, and he's trucking along through. Marshall Scary had a bit to the runoff there. And we got some drivers already going into the pit, so we'll see some differences. There's Timothy Hansen. Trying to make a move on Tyler Kokeko. 25 spots from where he started. Quite something. Jeff is also in the pits. As we can go back to the top of the leaderboard here, it is Joshua Jablonski who's retaken the lead from Jack. So the pro leader is leading the rookie leader, who's in second, followed by Alex Zier, who is in 8th in the overall. Aiden Wirtz is behind him. Braden Daniels is behind him. That's still up for who could win this Pro-Am race for these for this class. And then if we go over to Charlie Bass here, this dude is just having a lovely time. He's up 5 spots from when he started this race, and he's got a big gap to Tyler Kern, who's in P22. He's in P15. Yeah, he's got some strong drivers behind him. He's got Dylan Thomas. Daniel McSelvey's actually been pretty quick and consistent. Very consistent. As it stands, Daniel McSelvey is the fastest rookie from the first race that we had. So we'll start to see some people pitting. But Charlie Bass doing fairly well. Just nail your pit stop and you're still golden for the AM class win. Danny McSelvey making a move here on Dylan Thomas into turn 1, and he gets it done. Chris Lambeth has taken all the time away here from Rodrigo Theory. Now they're only separated by 0.2. All right, we'll take a look here. Oh, gosh. That is... All right. I think they hit each other, and then bang. Ooh, that is a rough one. I think that's Tyler Kokeko. Yeah, black or meatball flags. Now that one's tough. Let's take it back just slightly further. How close racing was this? I think it's just hard racing. Let's see. It's to the inside, but look how close. Ah, they have a gap. Huge gap. Oh. Well, now we see what happened. And both meatballs. Hard racing. And that is just unfortunate for Tyler Kokeko and Timothy Hansen. Ryan Chandler. Can he take P25 here? Pretty close. Steve McAllister just behind. Not sure if Steve's trying to make a move there. The angle looks like it, sort of. Back then, it was awfully close, but it was giving them these drivers some space. 425. It looks like Seth Hansen staying ahead for the moment in 25th. H. Heinz has Matt Hugh Zuckerman ahead of him. And this will be a crucial one, as it now has a gap form. It's a little bit of flash there from Matthew Zuckerman. Maybe, hey, good to pass me, buddy. He's still up 14, as Gage Hines has now cut that 43 positions lost to 20. That is quite something. Daniel McSelvey. Is he going to now try to make a move here on Charlie Bass? Already made one on Dylan Thomas. And he was probably the closest driver to Charlie for a couple laps now. Is Trey washed? Trey's in the pits. Joshua Jablonski stayed out. So did Jack Edgecock and Aaron Myers in third. Actually, almost everybody is. Spencer Smith is out. Yeah, Trey Misek is going to be the first driver in the top of the order here. That is actually going to be... It's going to be quite interesting. So, he is going to exit in P19. Gage Hines is going to round... Oh, it's getting right past him. And is he battling here? Oh, no! Oh, no! Matthew Zuckerman now pushed aside a little bit, but that doesn't help Trey Mistack out. He just had into an incident. And all I'm going to say is when these drivers pit, there's going to be a slight difference in time for his outlap back to was Trey first to the apex? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we could take a look here. Let's just do a chopper cam here of Trey's exit. And there was a flash. The guy flashed, Matthew Zuckerman flashed to say, hey, I'm already going to probably get to it first. And actually, yeah. And just no room. All right, now we got our guys pitting, so this is what we want to see. We have some drivers are staying out. Actually, a lot of them are staying out. Aiden Gortz is one of the first ones to go in here. So it's actually going to look like, what is Aiden? Spencer Smith is staying out here, and we still have other drivers staying out. So it's more going to look closer to Gage Hines staying out. Trey Mistack is... That's not Trey Mistack. He is... There he is. He is now jumping up the order again. He was third or... I think third or fourth. Actually, might have been fifth. So I think Mark Foley got past him as well. We pit on lap 14 with a 41.3. And he is now the leading... he is the leading driver that pit from that group of 15. So everyone in P1 through 15 has to pit. They have not. Eric Koonsman and Matt Zuckerman, just behind in 17 and 18, have also not pit. While these battles are kind of raging around on the track a little bit, there's just a couple people that are close together. I think we have 4 retirements so far. It's quite unfortunate, but it happens. Now you have drivers into the pits. Mark Foley stays out. I wonder if the overcut's going to work for him. Peter Flanner is out there. Travis is in. Braden Daniels is in. John Javecki, Spencer Smith. Now it's going to come down to, where's Trey Mistack? He had a 43-second gap to P1 with a 41.3 pit stop. I mean, he's not going to get to P1, I don't think, but where does this leave us with Joshua? John Javecki is already... No, he's staying out. Joshua Jablonski is out. So is Jack, and so is Dylan. Is not pit, has not gone to the pit, so this isn't battle for a spot. Aaron Myers is out. Travis is out, and then Trey Mistack is going to get Travis Deegan. And Chris Virgin's a lap car, and oh no, he just... Oh, that's got to be a little frustrating, and he is going to let him by. But there's also a fast approaching Eric Koonsman who's definitely going to be like, whoa, buddy, I'll battle you. I don't care that this guy slowed down. And unfortunately, he goes wide. Is that a plow on the front of his McLaren? uh, colorful as ever. So Joshua Jablonski leads over Jack Hitchcock. And Dylan Thomas has to pit. He has not yet pit here on lap 17 of 27. On board with Jack here. It's his first race here at Brooklyn Racing League. So welcome, Jack. Jumps to the inside, darting for it. Gets through. Does he have it, though? No, he doesn't. They're still side by side. Joshua Jablonski's not going to let this go without a fight as they go side by side through a couple corners and now down the start straight finish into turn 2. And Jack here is relentless. Side by side they go again, and they are keeping this professional. Oh, almost got too close, but they're... Oh! It looked like they made some contact, a little bit of door banging, but through goes Jack, still side by side. Aaron Myers is loving this. This is putting them closer to the clutches there with a 1.5 second gap to that driver. And look at these two, still side by side after already so many corners. And can one find the edge? I think it goes to Jack for now as they enter Aqua Minerale. I doubt we're going to see an overtake here. We did see a couple, but it was... There's some errors more than anything that made those happen. Now he's almost side by side there with Joshua Jablonski. And it is looking fresh. Josh Gowen has a black flag, and he's sitting in the middle here, this Ferrari, on Elliot Burton, who's going to try to make an overtake in Aqua Minerale. And yeah, he does. Oh, Jack here has got a black flag and is in... Oh, no. Joshua Jablonski almost inherits this, sort of, but Mark Foley, with the overcut, works out for him, a 39.3. And Jack here is still just tumbling down the order. Trey Mistak is now back into 4th. Aaron Myers is battling out with P2 as Mark Foley is now leading this race. It would have been a closer battle with Jack here as he exits the track. I don't even think it served his penalty. It did not clear his black flag for... Yeah, he went into the pits and is out, and he didn't get the clear. Maybe it was a stop and go and not a drive-through, but wherever he read, it did not work out for him. Unfortunate, as this will set him back even further. Oh. And it is not clearing. Take a look here at how he got it in the first place. Oh, he got damage. Oh, that is unfortunate. Oh. His race is undone, so he probably got like a 4X or something. Who was that? That wasn't Steve McAllister, was it? Yale Pena? I think it was possibly Yale Pena. No? He's back out there. Oh, it was Yo Pena. He didn't have a rear wing after that crash. And he just spun. And then the leaders are coming up, and there was probably a 4X. Oof. All right. Rear wings are pretty important, yeah, I would say. Everyone's race is kind of fizzling a little bit. You got some guys that are still kind of close together. Mostly the drivers in the top 13 are still close together. No change in the order, though, for these ones. They're just kind of where they're at. I guess, most importantly, for Daniel McSelvey, who's leading over all these other drivers, is he has gotten by with some legitimate overtakes, but has a little train following him. I'd say there's two parts to this. Joshua D kind of splits us here with Marshall Scarry ahead by 3.1 seconds. But then you go up on Marshall Scarry, and he's at the back end of what is 4 cars together. Dylan Thomas. And he make a move here on Joshua D. Lambeth up to 18th. Lambeth is in 13th. As we see Gage Hines make an overtake there on Charlie Bass for P18. Now, oh no, don't, no! What? Ah, no. And talk about a ruined opportunity. Charlie Bass was leading the AM class. I need to see this again, because look at this. It shows that, oh no, Gage Hines gets some damage from Charlie Bass hits his rear, which gives him a black flag. Bang. That was net code. And then that's Felipe B. Nunez, who also made contact. You don't want to see that. That's got to be frustrating for Gage Hines, who's clawed back 17 position, or 43 to 17 down, and now he's going to lose a couple more. Felipe B. Nunez, also, because that contact was made, has to go in. He has a black flag. So does Gage Hines. And Tyler Kern is now leading the AM class. There was a 6 driver difference in the AM class padding here. And now Tyler Kern is leading the AMs over Scott Weber and Charlie Bass. And 2021-22, they are exactly where they're at in terms of battling P1 through 3. That's rough. You hate to see it with so many laps left to go. What happened here with Dylan Thomas here? Did a bit of the sausage curve there. And tried to stop it, but lost his wing. He's back out there, though. It is Charlie Bass trying to pass Scott Weber for 1 spot gained. Now he has Dylan Kern up 2.6. With 5 laps left to go, it's still possible for Charlie Bass to retake the AM class lead here. Anything is possible, especially when mistakes are being made and driver error is everywhere. As for Jack here, he has got his black flag cleared, and he's now in P17. Technically speaking, he's in third in class. Denim McSelvey's ahead of him. Travis Egan is the rookie class leader, with Alex Zier just behind him in P7 in the Pro-Ams. We already know Tyler Kern's the leader for the AM class right now, and Joshua Jablonski is leading this race. To think it was really coming close. Looks like Elliot Burton made a move here on Chris Lambeth. Take a look further back. How did it happen? Into the zone, and on the outside, he gets it. Probably a little unstable in the exit there for Chris Lambeth. Did hit that sausage curb slightly, and there's that pass done, and they're back in formation. And Dylan Thomas having a rough one. Maybe he knows, maybe he doesn't know that he doesn't have a rear wing, but it is going to be a tough race for 4 laps to go. Maybe he's just trying to hold on. Knows where he's losing it. There is a spin from Marcelo Machado, I believe. Yeah, that is Marcelo Machado. Austin W. Reed into 35 at the moment, with the leader catching him. We have at least one blue flag remaining at this race. Almost coming to a close. Mark Foley and Joshua Jablonski, I guess the biggest shakers here for being in the top 5 or top 10 and making it work. Forward gain for Mark. 3 for Joshua Jablonski. The highest gain position so far, it isn't Timothy Henson, but he's back. Look at that massive crash, though. It isn't Brian Zaborowski Jr. who's up 13, or Daryl Carrington up 11. Josh Gowen is, I think, just disappeared, but these guys all got past him. It is Evan Henneman. And you don't want to see the train wreck, but here one comes, no rear wing, and there's the... Oh, I think he hit Chris Lambeth. That was... Alright, Eric Koonsman. That was actually... I think that might have been Eric Koonsman. Maybe. Take a look here. Yep, that was Eric Koonsman. That gave him a black flag. And his right front is completely kinked to the side. He's got a no longer functioning car, folks. Yikes! Jake Daly, Seth Hansen, battling it out here. Jake Daly gets on through on Seth Hansen for the moment. But we know Seth Hansen's going to try to battle this one back as it go into this. It's the curbing, but keeps it together. Jake Daly in the Porsche. Gets on through. His wheel looks like it wants to go a different way. Well, it definitely went a different way. Daniel McSelvey is in P2. I don't even know where he's at. There he is. He's got a black flag, and Jack is just behind him. So P2, with 2 laps to go, Jack You could look well in this regard. Your first race here at Pro Going Racing League, and it didn't end that badly. Sure, you got a black flag. Sure, there was something that caused it that was not on you. The races are chaotic. And through goes Jack on Daniel McSelvey. He's in the pits. And Joshua D with 0.1 seconds there. Can he keep it ahead of Jack? Jack has been pretty quick. And so far, so good. Well, if it's going to happen, it's not here. Aaron Myers got a 3/10 gap here to Mark Foley. As P1 should be seeing the flag soon. There it is, the white flag. Jumps to the inside. And just not sure how much he wanted to fight that, but Mark Foley definitely left the spot wide open, and Aaron Myers took it. There goes Jack. Makes the overtake here on Joshua D for P15. Only down 10 spots from where he got the drive-through penalty. Chris Lambeth. I think he's the biggest mover. He's up 18. So is Evan Henneman. Some spots gained. That's quite something. And this race is coming to a close. Mark Foley unable to make something happen there on that final lap, as Joshua Jablonski wins at Imola for round 2 here at Pro Going Racing League for the season 17 GT3 Sprint Championship. Mark Foley crossed the line into third, Aaron Myers in second, Trey Masek in fourth, Peter Flanner in fifth, Travis Deegan in sixth, Alex Zier in seventh, Aiden Gewurz into 8, Braden Daniels into 9th, John Javecki in 10th, and Alex Zier is the winner of the Pro-Am. Travis Deegan is leader of the rookies. Joshua Jablonski won the overall and win. Spencer Smith in 11, Elliot Burton in 12, Chris Lambeth in 13. Still kind of goes to the line here, but it looks like it's all said and finished for these drivers. Marshall Scari in 14, Jack in 15, Joshua D in 16, Rodrigo Theory in 17, Tyler Kern, as it goes to the line, and Charlie Bass cut a I think it was a 2.5 second gap, or 1.5 second down to half a second. Tyler Kern wins for the AMs. Charlie Bass gets a black flag across the line as well, so that's kind of going to be weird. Scott Weber into 20, Daniel McSelvey in 21, Josh Goen in 22, Jake Daly 23, Seth Hansen 24, Brandon Burns in 25, Evan Henneman in 26, Ryan Chandler 27, Matthew Zuckerman in 28, Jeff Koffel 29, Patrick Rich in 30, and Brian Zaborowski Jr. doesn't have enough fuel to go to the end, I don't think. Austin W. Reed in 32, Daryl Carrington in 33, Eric Kunzman 34, Lars Trios 35, Timothy Hansen in 36, Tom Smith in 37, Steve McAllister 38, Chris Virgin 39, John Bellone in 40, Yale Pena 41, CW Pear 42, Felipe B. Nunez 43, Dylan Thomas 44, Gage Hines in 45, Marcello Machado in 46, Craig Carroll 47, Angel Bonello Soda 48, Tyler Kokego 49, Adam Tico 50, Park Sale Cruz 51, Nolan Todd in 42. And great job there for Craig Carroll to push Brian Alvarez Jr. across the line. Nolan Todd in 42, Con Bernards 43, Edwin Gonzalez 44. That is it, folks. Those are your winners. Um, Congratulations, Alexia. That must have been a fantastic end of the race for you because you had five pro-ams all stacked together. One goes off on their own incident, another gets hit, kind of stumbles up the order there a bit. You keep it ahead for most of the race there and end up winning it. How did that feel for the pro-am battle? Because there's all pro-ams right around you.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. At the beginning, I saw my opportunity and had to take it no matter what was going to happen. And then Aiden, right at the very end there, he had a little more pace than I did, but I was able to hold him off, thankfully.
Yeah, I mean it was a fantastic result. I mean, were you at all worried about I guess the traffic around you because there was a lot of blue flags, a lot of things happening, a lot of incidents were accruing as some drivers became objects. Was it difficult to navigate in any sense?
It wasn't too bad, at least for me. A lot of the lap drivers pulled off to the side nicely, which was awesome to see. I was more nervous about getting 1Xs at the end. I think I ended with 15 out of 17. So it was getting a little bit nervous there at the end, but thankfully I kept it on track just enough.
I mean, yeah, I saw probably a handful of black flags by the end of that race there. So congratulations, you kept it clean as much as you could without those 1Xs there. But thanks
Right.
for joining me, and again, congratulations on the pro am win, and hope to see you more.
Yeah, thank you. It's nice to finally be back.
Yeah, thanks, Alex.
Thank you.
Tyler Kern, congratulations. I mean, a comedy of errors that unfortunately happened, and by the grace you went into your favor, your windfall there. I mean, first you had one driver, gosh, I can't remember his name right off the top of my head because it was Charlie Bass and Felipe Nunez were the ones. It was Charlie that was leading over you, and you were back in I think 22nd at the time. But then post pit stops, things got chaotic. Uh, Charlie Bass got spun by somebody. He went down the order, and then that's how you got by. And then Felipe Nunez also got a black flag. Another, comedy of errors there. So, like, did you kind of recognize all these things were happening around you within class?
Yeah, yeah, I mean, I didn't have the pace to keep up with them. I didn't have a ton of practice this week, so I was kind of just driving around in third or fourth. That was realistically my best finish, and then I saw them start tumbling down the order on the Delta, and I thought, oh, maybe they got into a wreck or something. And I came around the corner and saw Charlie off in the side, and I saw the black flag come up on Felipe's car, and so I said, okay, well, I just got to keep it on the track. But Charlie had a ton of pace there at the end, and I think if that was one lap longer, he'd have won because he definitely had the pace today. So like you say, we'll take those, but I think he should have won that one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a couple things happened for I mean, Charlie was having a great race, and there's another driver that he made contact with, which ultimately put him back. And yeah, he had the pace, he came back, and it was very close. Yeah, if you said, like you said, one more lap would have made the difference. I mean, he cut, I think, I don't know if it was 2.5 seconds or 1.5 seconds gap with like couple laps left to go. I think
Yeah, it was like 2.5 seconds, I think, with 3 or 4 laps to go. I had to slow down and just, the tires were done. And, you know, again, I didn't really have a ton of pace. So I was just kind of holding on for dear life there. So happy to come away with a win, though. It always feels good.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely it. I mean, you definitely have to take those. Congratulations, Tyler, and you know, can't wait to see if you can get the pace to fight Charlie in the next race.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Take care. Thanks, everybody. thank you for joining me. As always, we will have another race here on next Sunday, and I am not sure if we start up with the GT4 series, the Falcon series for this Tuesday. But if we do, that might be streamed. It might not be. But that said, thank you for joining me, and join us for any of our races. And have a good evening.